Most of us, we are here, we know Luganda, but some of my colleagues, they don't know Luganda. I can see peace. We are talking about small businesses which you can manage at home with a smaller capital. So according to your country currency, you can use that so that you can make a business, plan it well, and at least it will be productive when you are still at home, when you have not moved, you have not put in transport, you have not put in rent, but again you are still earning. So that's what I'm trying to talk about, because this period, this corona period, COVID-19 period, has taught us many things. We need to change. We should stop depending on one business. We should not depend on one income business. Like, for example, if you are like a hairdresser, don't depend on salon only. At least you should make something small at home, manage it well, and it will be productive. That's what I'm trying to say to all my sisters who cannot understand Luganda, that at least what I'm talking now, or what I'm discussing to my fellow Ugandans, it can work to you also in your country or any place where you are. Please, members, once again I go back to the side of Lugandan people. I was mbadde nkyayogera ku biki bye tuyinza tuyingiza tutya banji, like tuli ewaka, we are stuck, tukwatiddwa, tuli wamu, tetumanyi kyakukola. Abamu fine, sente tuyinawo akatonotono, kokyalina okugamba bwe tuba tuzeemu mu kibuga nkalina naye ntandikiddewa. Members, we need to wake up. Tuzuukuke bakyala bannange, mostly fighting nnyo ku bakyala. We need to wake up. We should wake up and we do something. Corona, as it's called, COVID-19 has taught us a lesson. Why I've come out to talk about this online, because periodically most of our people home, they are depending on us. They are assuming the little we saved to give them, but forgetting that also we are suffering the same way. This goes to all people abroad. At least if you can do something at home constructively, you can give capital to your members at home, your sister, your aunt, your uncle, your brother, your mom, your dad. At least make a side business home. Make poultry. Farming can work. You can save money there. For example, people who started farming before, at least you are not you were not complaining more about the posho issue, beans issue. You understand? Because you already planned. You do farming. You had your potatoes. You had cassava. You have at least everything home. So if that posho and bean didn't reach your areas, at least for you, you are somewhere. But think about for that person who is here, who is also affected by COVID-19, but is the one feeding or is the one providing to the people back home. If you get me. I can see you, Shafiq, I can see you, Rashida, thank you. Really, we need to wake up. Sorry to my friends, I have to mix English and Luganda because I know most of the people here, you understand English. Members, it's high time we wake up. Think about something home. However little it is, however small it is, please try to figure out what to do. Try to involve yourself into something. Put your family members, engage them into something. Right now, people are suffering in homes. People don't have food. But remember, we are here, for us we are here abroad. But at least percentage, 90% different nationalities here, they don't own land. They have to buy most of the commodities. But for us Ugandans, at least most of our people have got some land, some space somewhere where you can do farming, you can do poultry. Members, if you put something somewhere, cassava, potato, beans, tomorrow you will gain from that. But think about those people who are in town. Think about those people who are abroad, but they have got plenty of land home, but they have never even thought about of putting anything home. The parents are there. Those people are the one feeding at home. Like they are the one, you are feeding them, you provide them, you give, like you are the person to talk at home, but also you cannot tell them to do something. But I guess this time you can figure out what at least we have got. You can think about the process we are in. People abroad, you know what we are talking about. Here we pay everything. Water, toilet, what? Everything you have to pay. But remember, they are also your relatives' home. You take care of, and you cannot stop because it's your responsibility. But at least for them, that at the ground, they can do something productive at home. Please, members, involve your relatives to do something home. Now, we don't know where Corona is taking us, that Corona saying in Uganda, we don't know where it's taking us. But remember, the mouth, this mouth, it has to eat. It doesn't know Corona. I think this period, let us, the little we have, since people are at home, they can do something. They can pull out beans, they can dig potatoes, cassava. Maybe at the end of the period, we don't know where we are going, it will be helpful. Really, really, we need to wake up. Please wake up. Because I know all people, like for example in Uganda, all people, we are just waiting for that time to say that lockdown is done. But what are we going to start on? How have you planned for your relatives' home? Do you know that some of people, they have closed their business right away because rent is adding on each day by day? Transport has increased. You know, you look and you say, why don't I close? But again, you need to stand. You have to survive. So what is your plan? How are we going to help our people home? People home, how have you helped yourselves? Please stop ignoring small business. If at least you planted cassava, per now, the best business home, if you had your cassava home, the best business home is at least you get a pan, oil, you fly. You will get money. Same to potatoes. But think about that person who didn't do anything. How are you going to survive after Corona? Remember, landlords, they really need their money, rent. You will not say that Corona. No way, you have to pay them. And they don't have that mercy. You know, people, human beings are not worthy for that. They cannot be patient. They need money. So please wake up. bakyala mwenna muzuukuke. We need to stand up. Wake up. Tulekerawo this business of saying that you have to go to town, you have to do what? Me to work, I have to go to town, me to work to earn money. It's in town. You know, money is around yourself. Money is in your home. There are many businesses you can do. Men on the line, please, you can help your wives. At least if things clear, if everything goes fine, you can help your wives to do something little at home. Many businesses are done, even the capital cannot exceed 50,000, 30 to 50. You can do something. But most of us, ladies, we think about only town. That is the problem. For example, you can make mandazi, chapati, you can make sambusa, you can make chaps, you can make donuts, you can make breads, you can make, that is baking. You can fry potatoes, you can fry bagia, pancakes, you can make cookies, but you survive. If you are to work in town, at least before you go to town, in the evening, do something. Make some bagias, make some sumbusas, drop them to the shop, proceed to town. By the time you come back from town, you'll be having some extra money waiting for you to collect from a smaller shop. People, you need to think big before you proceed to town. You need to think big. Most of people, you are ignoring small jobs. Like accordingly, you at home. Okay, let me talk to people who doesn't have capital, who doesn't have anything. Like for example, you at home, but many wastes, like unwanted goods at home or unwanted things, like items, can help us to make some profits. For example, plastic bags, mineral water bottles, old clothes, those are glass bottles, plastic bottles, old papers like newspapers, threads, CDs, photo frames, woods, stones. We can do many things from those items. Like plastic bags, you can do many items from plastic bags and you earn money. Remember this business of deco, they need like craft work to decorate, but most of the items I have mentioned here, you can do something from them and you sell, and you make a item used for decoration. So at least you find out who is good for your products, you market for your goods. People who knows crocheting, abakyala abamanyi okuluka, abakyala abaluka ebitambala n'empiso, you miss out much money in that, because abakyala abali ewaka, ladies at home, ng'omanyi okuluka, there is money mu kuluka mu wuzi ezo. You can make tops, you can make capes, so okola bikinis, you can make covers, table covers. But some of you say, no, I'll go to town. But why? Plastic bags, you can make mats, you can make table mats, you can make covers. Mineral water bottles, you can make decorated bottles. All the clothes, those are people who knows to do flower vessels. You can use that to make a vessel. All the things I'm talking about, at least all of them, I can make a use. I know how to do that. Why I've decided to share with you people, at least if you don't know, I can teach you, I can show you what to do. If you are willing to do a business, or you have one of the items I've mentioned, if you are willing, you can text me and tell me that what can I do out of this. I can help you. CDs, there is a time when we had CDs, when you have to have a CD. Now it's a flash, but CDs before, you can do many. Did you know that you can make many products or many goods from old CDs? Do you know how you all the newspapers, those are paper, unwanted paper. Most of you have got you waste your kids' books. Some of you have a full box, or a dozen and dozens of your old papers, books. You can do something. You can make paper bags. You can make gift bags. When you're at home, you can make a workshop home. You can make a photo frames, and all these are simple things to do. You can make flower vases from woods. Those are small pieces of wood, stones. People who knows how to make craft, there are many items you can make out of crafts. Please don't ignore working at home, because it is productive. May I think it's better than going to town, because now this time, and really what is shaming us, it's not a shaming, but for us Ugandans, we are locked down, apart from Basoga, where I went and people were driving bicycles like men. But most of women, like ladies, home in Uganda, you don't know how to drive. To drive a bicycle, a changer. Now it's high time you wake up. You always say changer is for men, changer is for this. My dear, here in Dubai, you can see no one, you can say that I cannot drive, because it's easier and cheaper. Now at this time of corona or lockdown, how are you going to double that transport you used to go in Kampala? How are you going to double that transport to go where is your shop? Now think about if you had a changer and you can drive yourself. That is a bike. You are saving money. You are saving your money. Please, we should stop that saying that ladies, we are not supposed to drive a bicycle, what and what. My dear, this is a changed world. This is a changed world. If you can put on a trouser, a lady, why don't you drive a bicycle to your work? You can. This abroad issue has taught us many things. Here, you are going for work, at least you can use a bicycle. You can pack your food to make more saving. But remember, in Kampala, you are not using. You see Indians they pack their food. Indian cannot order food from Kampala because they know what they want. Before, I was one of those people who used to say that, but now I know it's saving. Because imagine you are going to use 4,000 transport, now it is doubled. You will have to eat food. You will have to go to the toilet. You will have to pay for water. And you will have to get some profits, those are the saving, and you have to get that small money to cater for your home. How much really are you planning to get for that day? Even you don't know. But you are going in town, you have to eat. But think about if you used your changer to go to town, you packed your own food, you packed your water, you packed your tea. Don't you see that there is a difference between packing for yourself and waiting to be served in town? So people, we should wake up. It's high time we wake up. Stop that thinking, that old thinking that you are not supposed to pack, because that is the tendency of Ugandans. Because if I talk to my friend, she told me, no, even in my country we pack for ourselves when we are going for work. But Ugandans, everything we need to just buy. You are in town, you buy food, you pay for toilet, you buy water, you buy everything, you just buy. But again, remember, you are at the end of the day, you are going to earn 10,000. 10,000 deduct transport. But now think about that position. Put yourself in that position where you are going to leave home, go to Kampala to work. You are at the end of the day, you have earned 10,000, but you have to cater for transport. You have to pay for food you ate because the owner is coming for her money. You have to pay for that tea you drank in the morning. You have to pay for that water. And again, you have to go to the toilet. And yet you have to save some money and you have to take something home. So how much have you kept now for rent? Please, we wake up. Ugandans, wake up. You are joking. But I think Corona have taught you a small lesson. Just small. Now I think you already think about the money you used to waste on this. Because if you don't wake up, we are still going to cry. We are going to cry until to the end. That we don't have money, we don't have this, we don't have this. Because we ourselves, you put yourself somewhere where you don't fit. Why don't you pack your own food to town? Instead of buying every day a cup of tea, why don't you just buy a small flask, that is a metal flask, and you pack and you prepare yourself tea to work? Why don't you get a